You open your eyes. The cave is cold. The fire from last night has collapsed into a pile of grey ash, and the warmth it held is already gone. Your body is thick, dense. Your bones are heavier than any Homo sapiens bone will ever be. Your muscles are packed so tightly around your skeleton that your forearms alone carry more gripping power than a modern rock climber's entire body. You weigh nearly 90 kilograms and you are barely 5'4". You are built like a weapon designed for close range. You sit up. The light outside the cave mouth is pale and grey. The snow has not stopped. It has not stopped for 3 weeks. The air outside is -20, and it pushes against the cave entrance like something alive. You are somewhere in what will one day be called southern France. But there is no France. There are no borders. There are no countries. There is only the ice, the rock, the animals, and your clan. Your clan is small. 9 individuals. That is normal. You have never seen more than 30 of your kind gathered in the same place. You do not build large groups. You do not need to. Every member of your clan can take down a red deer alone with a thrusting spear at close range. Your spear is not thrown. You do not throw things well. Your shoulder is built differently. The socket is angled in a way that favours stabbing over launching. This means every hunt is intimate. Every kill happens within arm's reach of the animal. You have scars from this. Everyone does. A healed fracture across your left forearm from a bison that kicked sideways. A deep gouge across your brow ridge from a branch that snapped during a chase. Your body is a catalogue of encounters that almost ended you. But you survived all of them. You always do. You heal remarkably fast. Your immune system is aggressive and relentless. Infections that would kill a sapiens in days your body fights off in hours. You step outside. The snow crunches under feet that are wider and shorter than the sapiens' foot. Your toes grip the frozen ground. You scan the valley below. You do not see the way a sapien sees. Your eyes are larger. Your visual cortex is significantly bigger. You process the physical world in extraordinary detail. The twitch of a branch 200 meters away. The compression pattern in the snow that means a woolly rhinoceros passed through less than an hour ago. The faint cloud of frozen breath rising behind a ridge that means something large and alive is just out of sight. You see all of this. Instantly. What you do not do as naturally is think about what someone else might be seeing. This is the invisible gap. Your brain is as large as any sapien's brain. Sometimes larger. But the architecture is different. More of your neural real estate is dedicated to vision, to spatial processing, to the physical mastery of your immediate world. Less is dedicated to the social networking that sapiens use to build alliances across distances. You do not trade with strangers. You do not form alliances with clans you have never met. You do not create symbols that carry meaning to someone who has never seen your face. You do not need to. You have survived 250,000 years without any of it. The hunt begins at midday. You and 3 others move down the slope toward the rhinoceros tracks. You move in silence. Not trained silence. Natural silence. Your body was built to close distance without sound. The rhinoceros is standing in a clearing, breath rising in thick white columns. It weighs over 1,000 kilograms. Its horn is the length of your arm. You do not circle it. You do not set a trap. You do not throw projectiles from a safe distance. You walk toward it. Directly. Your thrusting spear is birch pitch and flint, hafted with sinew. It is designed to be driven into flesh at close quarters. The kill takes 11 seconds. Your spear enters behind the front shoulder. The animal drops to its knees. The snow beneath it turns dark and warm. Your hands are covered in blood that steams in the frozen air. This is your life. Physical. Immediate. Brutal. Intimate. You eat well tonight. The fire is rebuilt. The fat from the rhinoceros is rendered, and the smell fills the cave with something rich and animal. You sit close to the others. Your bodies press together for warmth because the cold does not negotiate, and neither do you. One of the younger members of the clan is sick. She has been coughing for 4 days. The cough has deepened. Her breathing carries a wet, rattling sound that you have heard before. You know what it means. 3 days later, she is dead. You carry her body to a shallow depression in the cave floor. You place her on her side. You arrange her arms. You lay branches of pine and clusters of wildflowers around her body. Yarrow, cornflower, groundsel. You do not have a word for grief. You do not have a word for ritual. You do not have a theology or a written tradition or a shared mythology that explains where she has gone. But you bury her with flowers anyway. You do this because something inside you requires it. Something that has no name and needs no name. Something the sapiens will one day call human, without ever realizing you had it first. Thousands of years pass. Not for you. You die in this cave at the age of 38, a broken femur that did not heal correctly. Infection. Fever. Then silence. But your kind continues. For a while. Then the sapiens arrive. They are thinner, weaker. They cannot match you in any physical contest. Their bones are lighter. Their muscles are less dense. They would lose every close-range fight, but they do not fight at close range. They throw things. Spears. Darts. Stones launched from slings. They kill from 20 meters away while you are still closing the distance. They form groups of 50, 80, 100. They trade flint across 400 kilometers. They draw animals on cave walls that have never visited those caves. They do something you cannot do. They think about what someone else is thinking. They build trust with strangers. They cooperate at a scale your 9-person clan cannot comprehend. You are stronger. You are tougher. You have survived ice ages they cannot imagine, but the world is changing. The forests are thinning. The megafauna are declining. The intimate close-range world you were built for is being replaced by an open, social, networked world that rewards exactly the things you were never designed to do. Your numbers fall. Not in a war. Not in a single catastrophe. Slowly. Quietly. One clan at a time. One empty cave after another. One last fire that no one rebuilds. The final Neanderthal dies approximately 30,000 years ago, probably in a cave in Gibraltar, probably alone, probably looking out at a sea that does not care. 250,000 years of survival, ended not by failure, by irrelevance. But you are not entirely gone. Between 1 and 4% of the DNA inside every modern human of European and Asian descent is Neanderthal. Your immune genes are still fighting infections inside sapiens' bodies. Your skin pigmentation genes are still deciding how they respond to sunlight. Your blood still runs through the species that replaced you. And in a cave in Spain, 40,000 years after the last of your kind drew breath, there is a handprint on the wall. Red ochre. 5 fingers. Pressed into stone by someone who wanted to say, I was here. It is still there. Still waiting for someone to answer.